truly miraculous, isn't it? Life began millions of years ago. People came millions of years ago to the earth to inhabit it. And in our time, we have been truly glorious. But for many years, our world has been plagued by a disease known as racism. Let's take a walk. It's been a problem for centuries, and it still exists today, which is why it must be addressed now. As a progressive
Sponsored
society, we can eliminate the deep psychological trauma caused by racism, but only if we do away with hate groups such as the Ku Klux Klan and Black Lives Matter. What is racism to you?
Racism is when someone's treated differently because of the color of their skin.
Have you ever experienced racism firsthand?
Yeah. One time when I was in Idaho, there was this kid. We were like playing basketball and stuff, and he just called me the N-word.
Nigga!
What are your thoughts on different racist and activist groups today?
I don't really pay attention to that.
Okay. Do you think there could be a solution to racism in our future?
I think racism will always be a part of society, can just be minimized. It's not really ever gotten rid of.
Agreed. Have you ever experienced racism firsthand?
Personally, I have not. I see myself as very lucky to not have to go through that challenge, but I know some people do, but I have not had to deal with that.
Alright. What are your thoughts on different racist and activist groups?
I feel like groups like are racist or other cultures are doing harm to the society and helping us work together and work for a better cause to get a better world. And then groups that work to bring people together are very helpful in the society because they help us build a singular culture.
Alright. Do you personally believe there's a solution to racism?
I think there is. I think that if we just work together and educate everyone to help push for a unified world, all cultures together, I think that can help solve racism problem.
What is racism to you?
I feel like racism is basic discrimination and separation of people who look different and maybe come from a different place or area, just not treating them the same as other people or as yourself.
Your thoughts on the impact of racism today?
What up?
Oh, what I think about racism today is it's not racism is in all culture, white, black, Hispanic, doesn't matter. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna play Voodoo Band at your funeral.
Alright, is that all?
Nope, don't put that in there.
I will be putting this in there, so
No, boy, come back here, boy.
racism to you.
When white men in white robes hunt down black people, and vice versa.
Have you ever experienced racism firsthand?
Yes, when my English teacher graded me down and did not give me a clear reason.
Thoughts on different racist and activist groups today?
Honestly, no lives matter, all is life.
Like bacon, pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon, pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon, pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon, pigs.
Thanks very much, Adam. Well, it's a tweet from Black Lives Matter co-founder Yusra Kogali that has raised eyebrows and concern. It reads, quote, "Please, Allah, give me strength not to cuss/kill these men and white folks."
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
This is Kogali confronting the premier yesterday when Kathleen Wynne addressed Black Lives Matter's protesters at Queen's Park. Wynne promised to meet with the group to discuss its concerns about police and the SIU. As for Kogali's tweet, I spoke with Sandy Hudson from Black Lives Matter earlier tonight.
This is extremely frustrating and emotional for me because we slept outside for 2 weeks to get somebody to care about death in our community. And this is what you decide to focus on.
No, we focused on everything else that has gone on with the Black Lives Matter, but this is part of the whole story, though.
Has there been a story yet on Pierre Boni?
Has there been stories on Black Lives Matter? We've been live there almost every day.
That is a public interest story about another black life taken by police in Montreal. I am going to be talking about what is in the public interest with respect to black death in my community.
So are there any
Premier
plans to apologize for the tweet?
Premier Kathleen Wynne has committed to having a public conversation with us. And what would be really wonderful, is if media would talk to her about what those plans are going to be. She is the Premier. She's accountable to the people. The SIU has not been accountable to the people, and that's what you should be focusing on.
Now, Sandy Hudson went on for several more minutes, but refused to actually comment on the tweet from Yusro Kogali.
After the original Klan disbanded in 1869, it was decades before a new version emerged. That happened in 1915, the so-called Second Era of the Klan.
The Second Era Klan was able to spread completely out of the South. It wasn't even particularly heavier in the South than it was in the North, and reached an enormous size.
It's a period most Americans don't even know existed, a time when the Ku Klux Klan really was mainstream. There was an entire Klan popular culture, movies produced by the KKK, and music.
I've been like the preserver of the great lost mystery. I'll just read off some of the titles here. The Klansman and the Rain. We belong to the Ku Klux Klan. The Gathering Klan, like the Gathering Storm. You could buy them in stores everywhere, record stores, department stores. They had a very positive slant. The song, Why I'm a Klansman, says it takes a man, American, to love his liberty.
That's why I'm a Klansman, and wear a Klansman's mask, and raise my hand toward heaven.
The Klan by 1925 reached a membership of something around 4 million people. A very large number of white Americans today have ancestors who are members of the Ku Klux Klan.
Possibly including some of the most powerful men in the country.
Take Harry Truman, for example, who was a member of the Klan from 1920 to 1922. Now, his family has been denying his membership in the Klan ever since, and probably always will, but the fact was he was an ordinary Klansman.
Harry Truman may have been a member of the Klan, but that's not clear. But Warren G. Harding, in fact, was sworn in as a Klansman in the White House.
Present-day society should realize that this is a wake-up call, and action must be taken to stop the spread of hate, violence, and bigotry.
Oh, that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hold on. You better not raise your voice at me. You know I gotta pimp the crew. Yeah, hold on. Draco season with the book bag. Rat tag got a little kickback. Hunters on hunters got a good batch. You ain't never ever get your bitch back. You ain't never ever get your bitch back. You ain't never ever get your bitch back. You ain't never ever get your